It's Sheriff Don, Professor Clodhopper, Papillon, Darcy Wilson, Ron and Marty, Whittler Dan, Sarah Edens, and Deputy Les. Come and join us for a half hour of fun and games at Joy Junction. Now here's Sheriff Don.
Welcome to Joy Junction. Good to have you with us. And you all know Pastor Wilson, right? Well, he was just asking me if we could do a program for him at his children's church next Sunday. So what do you think, gang?
Sheriff Don, good idea.
All right. Pastor, did you have anything in particular in mind that you wanted us to teach?
I did. Let's see. There's a verse that's very important. Let's see. I think it's in Matthew 5 and 8. Oh, yeah, here it is. Happy are those whose heart is pure, for they shall see God. Do you think you could teach the kids something about a pure heart?
Pure heart. Pure heart. I don't believe it. I really don't believe it. I don't believe it at all. Pure heart.
Professor,
yeah.
are you trying to tell us something? What are you trying to tell us?
Yeah, I've got a PhD in my shop.
Wait a minute. Wait. Wait, you have a PhD, Professor?
Yeah, pure heart demonstrator.
Oh, pure heart demonstrator. Oh,
yeah.
Well,
I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna go get it.
Fine.
Okay, I'll see you in a little bit. Okay.
Okay. Pure heart demonstrator. Well,
I could bake a batch of cupcakes for everybody.
That'd be a nice idea, Mrs. Peterson.
oh, I think that would be great. Well, gang, I think we ought to just prepare to do that, okay? I'll tell you what, Pastor, maybe if we can show them right now some of the things and ideas we might have want to do that? Okay. Pastor, do you have time to stay with us for a little while?
Yes,
Why don't
I
you
do.
sit right out here with the gang, get comfortable, and just enjoy and go right along with us. We're getting ready to start our first game. So let's meet our first two contestants. Come on right up here, contestants. We'll introduce them to you at home. And representing the blue side, we have, what is your name?
Ray Maury.
And how old are you, Ray?
10.
What grade are you in?
5th.
Where you go to school, Ray?
Community Christian School.
All right. What's your favorite subject there?
Math.
You know math pretty well, huh? What's the hardest subject you have problems with?
Spelling.
Spelling's pretty hard. Now spell cat.
C-A-T.
Oh, you don't have any problem with spelling. I hope your teacher heard that and gives you an A. You're going to do good. Okay, let's meet your opponent over here. Representing the red team, we have...
Paul.
And your last name, Paul?
Paul Swan.
How old are you, Paul?
8.
And what grade are you in?
4th.
Do you have any brothers or sisters at home?
3.
3? What, boys, girls, brothers, sisters?
I have 2 sisters and 1 brother.
Are you the oldest, or...?
I'm the oldest.
You're the oldest, so that makes you the boss at home, is it? Do they all pay attention to everything you say?
No.
I didn't think so. All right, but we're going to get ready for our first contest. This is worth 20 points. And while you're getting ready over there to run and do a good job, we're going to show you what neat awards you'll win for being on Joy Junction today.
Each contestant will receive a beautiful full-color T-shirt to remember their exciting visit to Joy Junction. Today's winners will receive a beautiful Joy Junction watch with the letters PGF to remind them that it is always time to put God first. Back to you, Sheriff Don.
All right, boys. Paul and Ray, you're ready there. Now, Deputy has given you some eggs. You see, his chicken laid them on this side of the street, and he wanted them way down on that side of the street. So what he wants you to do is move those eggs with the tongs. Some are hard-boiled and some are fresh, so let's see how well you can do it. When I say go, you pick them up with the tongs so you can get the most eggs in your bowl down there. Are you ready? On your mark, get set, go! All right, who's going to win? Let's go, quickly. Run with them, run. Very good. You won the win. front with 20 points. Good game, boys. That was close, and you can be seated now.
Sheriff Don, Ron and I are trying to get our heads together over here on what we can do Sunday in church. There's so many good things we could talk about, Sheriff Don. Wait a minute, Marty. I think I know a story we could do. You do? Is it a good one? It certainly is. You see, Marty, let me try it out on you and see how you'd like it, okay? Okay. Well, many years ago, there was this lady by the name of Queen Helena, and she ruled over a tiny little kingdom. But, Marty, she had a bad problem. Really? What was that? Well, Queen Helena didn't have any children. Well, that doesn't sound like such a big deal to me, Ron. Well, Marty, it was a big deal because, you see, a queen and a king always want to have a child that will one day take their place. Oh, I see. She didn't have an heir to the throne. No, she didn't, Marty. Well, what did she do, Ron? Well, Queen Helena was a woman who loved the Lord very much. So she prayed one day and asked the Lord if he could provide her with a solution to her problem. And what did she do? The Lord provided her with a solution, Marty. The Lord gave her the idea of adopting one of the children from the kingdom who would one day be the heir to the throne. Hey, now that's a good idea, but how could she come up with a solution, or how could she come up with a kid out of so many, Ron? What could she do? It was a pretty tough decision to make, Marty, but what she decided to do was to ask all of the kids in the kingdom to bring her their most prized and precious possession. Wow. I guess she got a lot of stuff brought in, didn't she, Ron? She certainly did, Marty. On the appointed day, hundreds of kids lined up at the castle, and each one of them brought in the gift that they thought was their most precious one. And what did they bring in? Well, some of them brought jewelry, some of them brought diamonds, some of them brought money. And the queen didn't like those? Well, no, Marty, she didn't think any of those gifts were worthy of being given to her or to the Lord. You see, Marty, she already had all of those things. Well, what did she do? Marty, the queen was becoming very discouraged. The day was growing late, and it was starting to get dark. But she decided to see just one more child. And what did that kid bring in? It was a little girl, Marty, and this little girl walked up to the throne, and she said, "Your Majesty, I am very poor. I didn't think there was anything that I could bring that would be worthy. But I prayed, and God showed me there was something I could give." And what did she give, Ron? The little girl kneeled down at the throne, and she said, "Your Majesty, I bring to you a gift of a pure heart of love and devotion." Wow. That's what the queen wanted, wasn't it, Ron? That's right, Marty, and that's what the Lord wants from each of us, a gift of a pure heart of love and devotion. I think I like that story. Let's do it. Sheriff Don, do you think that would be a good one?
I like that one. I like that one.
We'll do that one on Sunday.
Do that one on
Sheriff
Sunday.
Don.
And
Sheriff Don.
Professor Claude,
I got my PhD here.
You're pure?
Yeah.
Pure?
Yeah.
Heart.
Pure demonstrator.
Pure heart demonstrator, right.
But this is really not a pure heart yet.
Oh, I see.
See, and I'll show you. Let me open it up here.
You mean it's not pure yet?
It's not pure yet.
Okay.
Let's see.
Oh, my
garbage
goodness.
that's in there.
All
Look
that garbage.
Look at that.
Disobedience.
Unkind.
Lying.
What's this?
Cursing.
Cursing. Look at that.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, that is a bunch of... Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, that's
that
all
is
full of garbage and
That
junk.
Sure
That's
is.
all it is.
Yeah,
so we're going to push that all back in there, see?
Man,
We're going to push that all back in there.
Okay.
Look at that.
All right.
Then after it gets back inside there, see?
Yeah.
This heart's going to ask forgiveness.
Uh-huh.
And it's going to come to God.
Oh, I see.
And then when it asks forgiveness and comes to God, let me show you. Look at that. All the garbage is gone, see?
Oh, all right, Professor. But,
all right.
Well, now, wait a minute, though. When we give our hearts to Jesus, we don't have just an empty heart.
Gee, you know, I didn't think about that. You know, let me go back in my shop and let me think about that a little bit. Maybe I can come up with something,
Sheriff
okay?
Don, I think while he's thinking about it, I've been sitting there whittling on my little boat and thinking about a story maybe that'll help understand about a pure heart. It seems that many, many years ago there was a group of miners in a coal mine up in the Appalachian Mountains who were very, very upset and unhappy about their working conditions. And they got so mad one day, they lit a car that they carried the coal out on, they set it on fire, and they rolled it down in the mine. Well, as most of you guys know out there, that coal will burn. When they put that thing down in the mine, it set the whole inside of that coal mine on fire. Well, the fire couldn't go out. The fire department couldn't put the coal fire out, so it began to burn, and it went on burning for weeks and burning for months, went on burning for years. You know what happened? It would burn out underneath where all the town, see, the coal mine ran all underneath the town, and it burned out underneath where the buildings were, and all of a sudden one day a building would just collapse underground with smoke and fire, and the roads would collapse. Because on the outside, everything looked wonderful and fine. Way down underneath, all the inside was gone away. It looked perfect, but something was wrong on the inside. I got something here I wanted to show you. I got 2 cups. Jesus talked about a pure heart one day. Seen these 2 cups? Aren't they nice and clean? You know what's different with these 2 cups? Is the inside of the cups. See that? One of them is dirty on the inside, and one of them is clean on the inside, you see? One day Jesus was talking to the scribes and Pharisees, and he said, you know what? He said, you guys are like a bunch of whitewashed sepulchres, whitewashed graves. You see, on the special celebration holidays in Jesus' day, they took all the graves where they put the people and the dead bodies inside, and they paint them up all nice and white so they look nice and clean. Jesus said, sometimes you're just like that. You look all clean on the outside, but inside on your heart, you're full of pride and anger and hatred and just backbiting and stuff like that. Jesus was trying to tell you and me, you know, we can dress up and go to Sunday school and dress up and go to church and all stuff like that. But if our heart's dirty on the inside, well, we don't have a pure heart. Jesus said it's much better to have a pure heart on the inside, like these cups. Have a pure heart, and to have a heart that's full of garbage like that.
Oh,
Professor, that's not a bad idea.
That, sir. Professor's got some ideas, but now of what he wants to do, but we need to give him some help. Anybody have any idea of something we could put in the heart?
Well, how about love?
Love.
Yeah.
Mr. Pepe,
That's a good one.
Can help us, yeah.
That's great. May I help out here?
Would you help
I'll tell
us?
you what, as we get the ideas to fill the heart, then I can help you by writing out.
Write in the words.
Yeah, you know what's another good one?
What's a good one?
Jesus.
Jesus.
How can we go without
let's
Jesus?
put them in there.
Yeah, let's write them on
Put
there.
them in there. You do that, and while I ask Darcy if she'll do something special for us too, Darcy, how about singing a song for us, would you? I know you've got a beautiful song, and here's Darcy Wilson singing Just Because I Asked.
In this quiet hour, overcome with emotion, that's what I believe in, just because I am. How can I quite tell you what I feel for my Jesus and for what He has done for me, just because I am. I can't help singing. I feel I'm thirsty. I can't keep it to myself.
because I am. I can't help singing. I feel I'm thirsty. And I can't keep it to myself. Oh no, for a spirit is moving in me and has filled me and made me new. For his love has found me, that no strength can sever. He will leave me never, just because I am.
Joy Junction will be right back. Here's some fun Bible facts. Did you know that the oldest person in the Bible was Methuselah? He lived to be 969 years old. Wow, that's old. Fun Bible facts.
All right, we're ready for our next contest, and let's meet one of the members of the blue team. And what is your name?
Tamara,
And your last name?
Ital,
How old are you, Tamara?
9,
And what grade are you in?
4th,
Where do you go to school?
Community Christian.
All right. Do you have any pets at home?
No,
What's your favorite thing to eat?
spaghetti.
Spaghetti. All right. Do you like meatballs too?
No.
No, but just the good old spaghetti, huh? All right. Let's meet your opponent over here. And your name is?
Trevor Ziegenfuss,
And how old are you, Trevor?
10,
And what grade are you in?
5th,
Do you have any pets at home?
a hamster,
Oh,
and 2 dogs.
what's their names?
My hamster is named Topper, and one dog's named Budweiser and Nikki.
Oh, my goodness. And what's the dog? Did you name the dog for me yet?
Yeah, both
What?
dogs.
Oh.
Budweiser and Nikki.
And Nikki are the... Oh, okay. What names for these animals? Anyway, we're glad you're with us on Joy Junction today, and right now we want you to get ready to play this game. You see, Deputy Les has a verse of the Bible that's hidden behind those boards, and the only way we can see what it is if you fill your bucket with those balls, and the weight will open the door and we'll be able to see. So are you ready? On your mark, get set, go. Cheer them on, gang. Let's see who's going to get the door to open. Quickly. All right, it's moving. Moving a little bit. All right. 2 more. Here it goes. A little more. Good. It's going. There it goes. Oh, a little bit more. All right. She got it. Red team. Let's hear it for the red team. All right. You may be seated. And red team now has 20 points more, which makes 40 points for the red team. They're in the lead right now. But look at the neat verse it revealed. And it's a verse that the pastor read, found in Matthew 5:8. Happy are those whose hearts are pure. That's the words of Jesus, isn't it? By the way, I wonder, Professor, maybe I can help you out a little bit. We're filling that heart with love. We're putting Jesus in that heart. Does anyone else out here have an idea of a word you might want to put in there? What word would you want to put in?
Bible.
Bible, that's a good word. Let's put it in there. All right, let's see. Does anyone else have another word you'd like to put in there? Do you have a word? All right, good. What word do you have?
Good.
Good. All right. Goodness, that's a very important one. Now, let's see. Who else hasn't? You have an word. All right. What would you like to see in the heart?
Faith.
All right.
Faith. Oh, how important, because without faith, we can't please God, can we? All right, do we have another word? Anyone? What word do you want to put in?
Joy.
Joy. Are you getting? Oh, you're stuffing that
God, we're
heart
stuffing this
full.
heart with good stuff.
I like that's the kind we really need.
Yeah.
All these good things
Yeah, I wanna
to
hear it.
put in our heart.
Joy,
That's
okay.
what we really need.
Joy up in
Fill
here.
it up, Professor.
Yes, there you go.
Now, I like that. The heart is filled with all these good things and much, much more. Oh, that is great. Pastor Wilson, what are you thinking so far? I mean, how's it coming along?
Absolutely great. I think that's just wonderful, Sheriff. That's exactly what I want my kids to know.
All right, you want them to know what it's like to have a pure heart. That's important, isn't it? So very important. How'd you like Professor's invention over there?
I think that's neat, but I don't know what happened to all the garbage that he had in there.
I was wondering that too, Professor. What happened to all that garbage that was in there before?
Well, you really want to know?
I want to know. The hell we want to know.
Okay.
Oh, my goodness, Sarah Edens. I was wondering where she was, and you see, Professor had her doing something in there. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. How about can you stay with us just another minute? It's time for our Bible Pumper. It's the last contest. Why don't you sit right over here, Pastor, and you can watch real good and see how well these boys know their Bible, okay? See how well they've been listening, because I'm going to ask them some questions. Remember, the red team is ahead. Paul, your team's ahead by 40 points, but either team can win because each point or each correct answer is worth 10 points. So are you ready? Here we go. Complete this verse. Happy are those whose hearts are blank. Okay, Ray?
Pure.
Pure, you're right, and there's 10 points for the blue team, so now it is 40-10. What does pure mean? If you purify water or anything, what are you doing? Okay, red side?
Cleansing it.
Doing what?
Making it clean.
Clean, sure, that's a good word for it. You're taking out all the bad stuff, right? So that's 10 more points for the red team, and now it is 50-10. Who said, happy are those whose hearts are pure? Who said those words, blue team?
Jesus.
Jesus, you are right, and there's 10 more points for the blue team. Name one of the things Professor said should be in a pure heart. Or you've all said them, actually. Red side?
Faith.
Faith. Very good. Very good. Okay, and there's 10 more points for the red side. All right. Name another item that Professor said should be in the heart. Okay, blue side?
Love.
Love. Very important one. Yes, there were quite a few things, and a lot more we can add when we have Jesus come into our heart. Okay, this is just a yes or no answer. Does the Bible tell us to think on whatsoever things are pure? Does the Bible tell us to think on whatsoever things are pure? Yes or no, blue side?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Philippians 4:8. We're told to think on whatsoever things are pure. And it's 60-40 now. Red side, you're really bringing the score up. Okay, this one is true or false. The way we think affects the way we live. True or false, blue side?
True.
Yes, you are right. Proverbs 23:7 says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. And that is our last question, the last one we have time for, and it is 60-50, so red team, you won it, but it was close. Let's hear it. There for the red team. Good, close race, close race.
Wait.
Yeah. Oh.
Mailbox Club.
Oh, Mr. Pepe.
We have to remind them. How much time we got?
Oh, we've got enough time. Go ahead and remind them of the Mailbox Club.
What they have to do is get a nice big envelope. Make sure you put a stamp on it.
Okay. Right? That's a stamp, huh?
Right. And then we have to write to Joy Junction, right?
Okay. Right, to Joy Junction.
Are you writing these down?
Yep, you've got your pencil and paper at home, and you're writing them down now, right?
Joy Junction, P.O. Box 6922, Clear Water.
Hey, we should call it pure water after today, shouldn't we? Clear Water.
Florida. And the zip is 345. No, that's a 6.
Uh-huh.
Oh, hey,
3-4. I'll get it right now, Mr. Pepion. 346.
1-8. You can tell how much writing I do.
Okay, 34618. What's
That's
the Mailbox Club, though?
Well, it's a little lesson here. See this here? I don't know if we get a close-up on this, where they can write in. We get lessons here. We got becoming a child of God. All kinds of lessons. They're free. There's no charge.
No charge.
Oh, I learn a lot from these myself.
All you do is write into Joy Junction, and we'll mail you your own mailbox lessons. You study the Word of God at home, fill out all the answers fold it up, mail it back to us. We'll grade it, mail it back to you with your grade with lesson number 2. Pretty soon you can earn a nice certificate, right? After 7 lessons, you can earn a nice certificate. Well, Pastor Wilson, I hope you're going to be happy with this program if we do it somewhat like we did today, and we do it in church Sunday for all the boys and girls there. But I still got a question, though. When the heart talks about, when the Bible talks about our heart, giving our heart to Jesus and Him living in our heart, does it mean that round red thing that's pumping blood in there?
No. But what the Bible means really is that it's the mind or the soul of somebody. It's the real self, you know, that which is your will, your intelligence, your desires, your understanding. That's what it all means.
Everything in us needs to be dedicated and given to God. You know, there was another verse, when you mentioned Matthew, I thought of one that's something like that, but I can't quite remember.
I think I've got one here, and
where is it found?
It's found in James chapter
James.
4, verse 8. And let your hearts be filled with God alone, to make them pure and true to Him.
Oh, that's good. That's the only way we can have a pure heart, is when we dedicate our whole life to God. Thank you, Pastor Wilson, and I hope you have given your whole life to God. You know, the Bible says our heart is full of sin. Your heart, my heart, all full of sin. We were born that way. But when we ask Jesus to come into our heart and to forgive us, which is invite Him into our whole life, say, Jesus, you're the most important thing in my whole life, and I want you to just be everything in the world to me, and we ask Him to forgive us of sin. Sin is just disobeying God. That's what sin is. We've all sinned, the Bible tells us. But when we ask Jesus to forgive us, He does that, and He gives us a pure heart. And without a pure heart, we can't see God. Let's turn our life completely over to God. Will you do that right now? Just bow your head and say, Jesus, forgive me. I've sinned. I want you to come into my life. Will you do it? Write and tell us about it. We'll write you right back. And always remember that PGF reminds us to what? Put God first. Put God first, kids, and we'll see you next week.